Let's go! Watching the world burn. Episode 16. This is the one where we gaslight and threaten to end a bunch of women.
Isn't that what we always do anyway?
It's what we do every night. Try to take over the world. Nah. So finally got around to watching the Secret Invasion with the Skrulls, Nick Fury and all of that. And then there's a part where the Skrull takes the female doctor hostage.
Right.
And like she's like, let me go or I end it. And then she's like, oh, that's what men on my planet do. They gaslight and threaten to end women. That's what all the podcasts are about nowadays. So looks like it's our time.
Pretty much is. It's because the other way around ended, so it's our turn, and then the next turn is the people who don't like the people who end things, gaslight women. Everyone
thinks of us apparently.
Yeah, like, have you seen Disney stock? That stuff makes Enron look good.
Good old Enron. All right, so I'm going to hit you with the weasel news. A woman was trampled to death by an elephant. Apparently, this woman was a poacher, and the elephant picked up her scent, chased her down after she killed the elephant's kid, and then basically stomped her to death, wrecked her house.
Oh,
and then later in the evening, it came back, and it wrecked her funeral and stomped her out of the casket again.
Oh, that's classic revenge. Revenge! That is nuts, though. Was it drunk? Because like apparently elephants are lightweights. They find like fermented fruit and they get really drunk off it. That's how most people die of elephant-related deaths, right? So do you reckon it stomped her out, went home, found some fruit, got drunk, and came back because he forgot he stomped her out? So blinded drunk.
I mean, the Jordan meme takes it really. Why you kill her? She poached my kid, and I took that personally. It's not necessarily confirmed that's what happened, that she was a poacher, but Twitter went with it, and I think everything on Twitter is true, so that's what
of course. Why would anyone lie on Twitter or misrepresent the truth?
Yeah.
It's not like it's a, like/watch number related social media thing, is it? By the way, like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, that too. Like, comment, subscribe, share. We keep forgetting.
Especially the angry comments.
Yeah, they're the angry ones. They fuel us. We need their hate to keep us going.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
how fire... Oh, don't ask the internet to do those type of things. You know you're going to get trolled. Luckily, no one listens to the show at this point, so we're good to go.
We can confirm no one listens.
All right, so I say we pick up where we left off on the last episode. So
we were talking about zombies.
You know what? That triggered me. I've had so much time to think about it. It's really pissed me off because they don't have superpowers. There's literally zombies. So from all accounts, no matter what you look at it, whether you're looking at what was it, World War Z, was it Patient Zero, whatever, that one with Brad Pitt, Resident Evil, The Last of Us, whatever zombie it is,
Night of the Living Dead,
that too.
That one had it based on a true story at the beginning of it, so it happened, including the nuking of Los Angeles or wherever they were. Explains a lot, though.
It does. That's why there's a ton of homeless people there, because, the nuke, they haven't rebuilt yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So then what it is, by all accounts, it's a virus. It affects your brain and it makes you want to bite people so it can spread and get the virus everywhere. It doesn't give me superpowers.
Might be a fungus that is
Either way, it doesn't give me superpowers. So if I'm in a wheelchair and I become a zombie, I'm not going to roll around because the zombie is not going to know to roll the wheelchair. So that's how I become a crawling zombie. Further point is, remember the last place we worked at? The dude in the post room. If he became a zombie and run at full speed, do you think he's catching you?
No. However, what if we're only holding ourselves back because of our minds? And realistically, everyone can run like full speed. It's just because we're mindful of our bodies, we don't. And a zombie wouldn't be mindful of their body. So that dude would go all out, even though he was breaking his hips. He'd still be going all out. If you're kind of running for a bit, you're fine. But
this is what I'm saying.
It's not like a zombie has to breathe. It's not like the actual athletic bit it counts now, right? Because a zombie wouldn't have to breathe. I'm assuming.
I'm assuming it can do a sprint because the zombie doesn't have to breathe, but my body is still my body and it still needs to breathe, right? My muscles need oxygen for them to move. The analogy I can draw: let's say everyone's driving in Teslas and AI decides to take over everyone's Tesla, or a hacker decides to take over everyone's Tesla and starts to control it.
I knew he was going to be part of this.
That's why he was the answer, no?
Of course, nobody asked.
42.
Yes.
And then if the battery dies on my Tesla, what does that mean? Does that mean that this Tesla's got now superpowers? So this is what I mean. So if I've run out of energy, the zombie stops. That's the physics behind it. And that's really bothers me. That these zombies can breathe underwater. These zombies like can do whatever. They can last for days and days and days. The way I see it is unless the zombies start cannibalizing themselves, I think
because
within 6 months the problem will solve itself.
Just the fact that they need brains or eat people means that they do need some sustenance, right?
Right.
Because otherwise they'd be just walking around, you're right, and all that, right?
Hey, did you say something? Or is that just you normally speaking?
No, I improved my diction.
Ah, yeah.
I went to elocution school like Arnold Schwarzenegger. The same guy.
The same guy. That's what bothers me. It's been bothering me since we had this last convo last time. Seriously, screw zombies. I'm done with this. So now let's go back to this list that we only made it halfway through.
We didn't even make it halfway through. We just covered one.
And we skipped 13.
Yes, because we're superstitious.
Top 13 apocalypse scenarios. Number 13, the Jupiter effect.
That one is kind of stupid.
Just basically some science fiction shit.
Not really. It's just all the planets align and from the solar system supposedly would create like havoc on Earth. But I'm pretty sure like it would have happened at some point, right?
I mean, you never know.
I mean, as in like the alignment thing. Because the alignment happened before, and it's not actually caused all that. So unless it's caused the massive destruction of everything, and then we're just living in Matrix, time. Matrix world.
You never know. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess. Or you know that theory where they had technology back in the day. Like, you know, the people that built the pyramids, something happened, maybe the planets aligned and then therefore wiped out the technology and nobody after it knew how to use it. And then
like how they're still not sure how they build the pyramids or the other pyramids on every side of the world.
Do you see what I mean?
So, since we're in zombie apocalypse, which we haven't covered before.
No, actually, I'm skipping this one because this is also on BS. This is literally going to piss me off because it's
apparently
stupid.
In 2017,
right,
a university research team calculated, although it was the University of Leicester, so I don't know how reliable that is, and it was in a journal called Journal of Physics Special Topics, which might actually be like physics for special people or physics by special people. They calculated the zombie apocalypse will wipe out humankind in just 100 days, down to 300 people apparently.
I think if it happens, they will take over the world within a few months in the same way, the way that the COVID thing spread. That took over within a few months.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, everyone who wasn't bitten, it's pretty much died down. And then they had a little second wave. So I guess you'd get a second wave of zombies and then it'll just be zombie flu. Maybe like,
however,
zombies again.
However, after a year, they've recalculated it because, you know, special people do special things. They said it would take about 1,000 days. 1,000 days. Yeah, just down to like 300 people. But
that's
then it would
realistic
die down. After 25 years, human population should start recovering from the attack. Which I don't know how legit that is.
Why did they get the number down to 300?
I don't know. It's random.
Just a bunch of Spartans that were like, "Nah, we're not having it."
Like, because basically because of people would adapt to the current situation, right? Like you see in the movies, almost like they saw a movie. I was like, hold on a minute, people do adapt to this. They learn how to survive. So yeah, I kind of see that.
1,000 seems more realistic than 100. I think by 100, anybody who's zombified would have been zombified. And because I'm under the belief that zombies still need to eat, unless they cannibalize each other, they're going to run out of energy and waste away. So the zombie apocalypse will take care of itself. But 1,000 seems more realistic because you can have one wave and then it will spread in a different country and then it'll die out and then it'll spread again and then it'll spread.
And then it will die out and people are like, finally we can come out.
Yeah.
Wear zombie-proof masks.
1,000 seems more realistic than 100, and I think at 100 you're either everyone's gonna be gone or it's just gonna die itself out. Number 11, subterranean apocalypse. What's that about?
The idea is that we only ever dug about 10 kilometers underground.
So not well, and there's a bunch of people living underneath us.
Yeah, really, because there's a really, really thin shaft. Pause. In Russia, that is as deep as we've ever gotten, but we don't actually know what's really deep underground. It could even be dinosaurs could be living inside them. Who knows? Also, there's the Mariana Trench, which, apart from Aquaman, no one's really been down.
And Jason Statham.
Him too, but like, you know, he's tougher than Aquaman, right? His contract
You
says he
can't lose
can't
a
take
fight.
too many blows. Yeah,
Pause.
like they. I think it even states how many punches he can take during a fight.
And the director has to count it out. The
Yeah.
dude has to stop mid-punch before he gets in like the 10th time or something.
Like, have you seen that fight scene in have you seen the Lord of the Rings on Amazon?
No, but I heard it was rubbish,
So,
so I never bothered.
The
To be fair, I
fight
never watched
scene
the movies
is
either.
so bad. It's like it's so obvious that like the stuntmen are not actually aiming at the chick. That's basically what's has to happen if they run out of the punches. It's to like punch way to the left just to not accidentally hit him.
All right, number 10,
Yeah.
alien invasion.
I can actually see that happening, especially since like Pentagon or White House or whoever it was did all those news conferences about the footage that they caught, which happened to coincidentally be at the same time that there was a trial of a certain president's son. That is definitely not something that was trying to distract from that at all. Yes,
world-changing distraction. Nobody cared.
The only people who cared are all those like tinfoil hat people going, "Oh yeah, I knew it. I told you I got raped by aliens."
Oh, he got probed. All right, number 9.
Yeah, Malthusian crisis.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, so that's basically a very fancy word for saying that there will be more people than crops. And
the bees are dying.
Because the bees are dying, Greenpeace, which always says we're dying anyway.
And dying since like the 80s. I remember Captain
we have been dying for a while though. But to be honest, like we had ozone layer, because ozone layer was supposed to be done in 10 years from the 90s, right? I distinctly remember them saying, "Oh, in 10 years there will be a new ozone layer." Then it turned into North Pole will
ice caps melting.
Ice caps will melt in 10 years. That was Mr. Member Pig. Now it's what? Climate change in 10 years? Almost as if someone was trying to spread fear every 10 years about something.
Oh, now
and then
slowly turning to AI. I mean, clearly.
Oh, yeah, obviously. In 10 years, we'll be going with that. Obviously, if bees are dying, we are kind of screwed because, like, who's going to pollinate? Like, it's not like hornets are going to go, "Yeah, let's be nice guys from now on." Also, it's not that far out of the picture, and this is going to be a segue. In, like, 1300s or 1200s, there was a massive volcano.
Oh, nice.
Like in Japan, that actually messed up and caused famine. Caused famine in Europe, messed up the crops for like years. So there was like famine everywhere because they couldn't produce. There was also another volcanic eruption like earlier, in fact, 800s or 900s or something, that caused 3 years of like darkness or semi-darkness.
3 years of darkness.
Yeah, it's just nuts. And also Krakatoa caused, I think, like a few days of darkness.
That's mad. I remember people being pissed off because they couldn't take their flights because of that ash cloud, no?
Yeah, that was minor compared to actual liquidity, to be honest. And obviously, with large-scale volcanism, yeah, you can see that happening. I mean, all you need is one of the mega volcanoes to go pop off, right? Like the one in Yellowstone?
I don't know, but isn't that released by that pressure? Isn't that what that faithful thing is about?
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
What you're saying is if we block it up, we can create a world-ending event. Just sticking a plug real quick. Boom.
Yeah, pretty much.
Duct tape.
But yes, there's a few big volcanoes in the world that, like, basically, if it happens, we're screwed.
All right, fair enough.
Let's see that happening.
Heat death of the universe. That's too far down. That's going to take years and years and years. That can't happen with lifetime, right?
Interplanetary contamination. That is number 6, and that is legit as well.
I could believe that. Like if an asteroid comes, number 5. Like how convenient.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like some kind of bacteria on it. All you have to do is like some foreign bacteria that you've never come across that has. It's like the way when white people went to South America and they spread typhoid and all that stuff. Smallpox, yeah, and like the locals were like dying of that. So yeah, it's not that far of them. It's just the alien version of it. So
syphilis is the most hilarious one, right? You know how they got it? They were clapping cheeks of sheep. They passed it on to people, bruv. No, don't do that. That's bad, bro.
Why would you do that?
Columbus thing, innit? Ask him, boy. You would have got a time machine, like, what are you doing, bro?
yeah, that is the one legit one because we have a clear example of it, and the asteroid can happen.
Here's my follow-up question.
Yeah, go on.
In terms of interplanetary contamination, we're talking about current planetary contamination. If stuff is frozen from way back, like prehistoric times, and the ice caps melt, is there a possibility that there's a virus in there that we haven't come across in bare years? Or is it because the virus is so outdated, when our body comes, it will just go, meh?
I don't know. It's like, it might be just a virus that we've never come across because it mutated differently.
So like prehistoric thing that just froze on something.
Could be.
And froze in the water, and then once the ice cap melts, the virus
it's like when there's a company that made a mammoth steak from DNA of a mammoth, but no one can eat it because if they do, you don't know if someone's like mad allergic to it.
Oh, that'd be joke. It's a mammoth, by the way.
So they made it there's an Australian company that made a mammoth meatball.
That's a pass.
You don't know, you don't actually know.
Which takes us to number 4. Nuclear Holocaust. But that's legit.
Nuclear. It's pronounced nuclear. Nuclear Holocaust will cause a nuclear winter, which will balance out global warming, and we'll be starting afresh. Also, I've seen enough Mad Max to know how to survive.
Do you? Right. What else we got? Now we've got a pandemic. We can see that happening. Climate change. I don't know. I question that now. Because now that we talk about the ozone layer, then AI, then Y2K, and what was the one I missed?
Climate change.
Ice caps.
Ice caps, yeah. Yeah, because
I'm pretty sure there was one before that as well.
Something, right?
The last one, again, like we talked about, Cybergeddon, AI.
Yes. This is...
Oh, no, hold on. No. This is just people just sabotaging our networks.
Is it? So why wouldn't you think that AI is
potential large-scale sabotage? Yeah, this is potential hacktivism. Large-scale of just basically networks. Because I was watching this thing on YouTube. This guy broke down how our internet is basically on a few data cables running underneath the ocean. Yeah, it's mad. So basically, it's a few data cables that are running underneath the ocean. There was a huge chunk of data was lost because a shark just decided to eat one of the cables one time.
That's nuts.
So then if someone knows, that's what's up, they can find where the cables go and then just hit them with a giant scissors like Inspector Gadget. Out the sub, snip it, and then back in. Another thing is that they had a thing where some Russian guys where they just basically tapped into the cables and it was stealing a bunch of information. Another one was where I think from way back when, we're talking 2006, going forward, there were just peak companies that were signing up so that when their cables come onto land, the US government can view everything that comes through that cable, and companies have signed up to it. So, and that includes companies like Apple. So these companies are like, oh yeah, we'll never share your thing. Our thing's encrypted and blah blah blah. But then they also signed up so that the government can actually go through the cable. So they don't really need to share the details on the phone if they can just share traffic.
Yeah.
I can legit see that one happening.
I mean, all it needs to take is someone's slight lack of security that has access to nuclear weapons that can cause quite a few of these.
Did you see that guy on Reddit that was leaking government secrets just for internet clout?
Yeah, I've seen that. That was kind of nuts.
So this is what I mean. All they need is one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
And then you just the nuclear codes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was so obvious, no one would think to put it there. That's why we put it as that.
Our password is password 1.
You guys are stupid. They're going to be expecting something complicated and encrypted. I can legit see that happening as well.
Also, once quantum computing pops off, because there's always someone who's ahead of their time. There's always that dude that creates Amazon before the internet is really up and running or whatever, right? So what if there's a dude that's builds his homemade quantum computer somehow? It's just able to hack in a lot of things but that are not ready for quantum computing.
Oh, hold on. On that topic, I think I've got the exact one. Give me 1 minute. I've got the perfect one for you. A guy ahead of his time. Apparently, a Turkish man invented the steam engine 200 years before the Industrial Revolution, but he made it to spin his doner kebab. No other use. It's just boom. let it run on the kebab. I'm running it, bro. And then that's it. When he died, the invention died. 200 years later, someone, what if we use steam to power stuff?
I bet in 20 years' time, we'll find out that there was a dude who created AI just to have a chick to talk to, like 20 years ago.
Honestly, the way certain people are moving nowadays, I don't put that past that someone. Isn't that how that movie Her got started? Did you ever watch the movie Her?
I think I did.
Isn't that how it started?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that's mad.
There's also like the AI OnlyFans.
That's inevitably going to happen.
Yeah.
Like we discussed in the previous episode.
Apparently it's already happening.
I mean, like at the moment it's happening, but someone's running it. It's going to get to a point where the guy just says, run this OnlyFans, respond to fans. And he just goes on about his day, and then he just comes back 100K richer because he'll probably be within the 1%.
Apparently, people found out and they were like very upset that they put money towards something that isn't real.
I don't even know how to begin.
I would like you to think about that.
What? So did they actually think they stand a chance with the chick that they're sending money to?
I believe so, yes.
I think we've come to the end of the show. I'm done with this podcast.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
This is what I mean, bro. This is not even watching the world burn. This is so you're upset. Oh, no, I'm not having that. Find out who this guy is. If we had more followers, I'm finding this guy. Our new goal is to get like 100,000 followers so we can find and roast this guy, bro. Oh, the hell. I don't even know how. Why? I can understand the why. The why is nowadays that there's so much confusion going on that men walking away are becoming a problem.
Yeah.
Like that woman that, bro, there was a guy on the plane that helped the woman carry her luggage down from the little top thing. And then she just screamed at him like, how dare you? Yeah, I am woman, hear me raw. That type of thing. So he just went, I'm never helping another woman again. But because more people heard that, more people are stepping away from that. Like you see that woman a while back that tried to catch a guy slipping at the gym. And then when that clip went viral, the following woman nearly like got stuck with the weights and everyone was just minding their business. Like, la, 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 la. Nothing to see here. Headphones on, I can't hear you going, help, I'm dying. I'm not falling for that. TikTok trap.
Looking the other way.
Do you know what I mean, bro? I don't even know how did I end up on this front?
I don't know.
There's nothing to sidetrack me to this brand.
It was cyber something.
No, but then how did we end up on the people walking away and the woman at the gym? Anyway, irrelevant. Not the point. I'm just disappointed in that. Like, I think that's the most disappointing thing I've heard all day. He's mad.
Yeah.
Can't remember the tweet, There's a tweet that's coming into my mind, right? And there was a dude, he paid for a woman to get a brand new Tesla. He basically bought a new Tesla for a woman. And then she went, one of my subs gifted me a Tesla. He didn't even get a name shout out. He didn't even get anything. He gave her like how much a Tesla costs. Even if he bought a second hand one, that's still bucks. And then he just got mugged off and like, all right, cool, thank you. And nothing happened.
That's nuts.
I think this either marks the end of this podcast or the beginning where we become a manosphere channel. Because this is BS, bro.
It really is. I think it's going to kill OnlyFans, really, because let's be honest, right? Dudes are going to be way better at this.
At being girls than girls.
Especially geeky dudes that had to probably develop some kind of a personality to get anywhere in life. That's know what would attract them.
Yeah. It's like those people that write rom-com movies for chicks.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
There you go.
All right, one quick one before we call it.
So, security guard sacked for farting at work and putting videos online. He was farting for 6 months.
Oh, hold on. Did you see the caption? They called him Paul Flat. That mall cop. Oh, that's joke. So hold on, go on. Take me through it. This guy was just fighting at work and posting the videos of him.
So he was posting videos. He was known on Instagram as Paul Flirt and the Fart Authority. Posted 75 videos of himself farting while on shift. 3-second clips. He got 45,000 followers.
On what? TikTok or Instagram? Because 45,000 on TikTok is useless.
I'm living in Instagram.
45 on IG, he can somewhat market it. 45,000 on YouTube, he can probably make it a career.
But what can you market when you're farting for a living?
Deodorant.
Also,
room spray, Febreze. There's a ton of products, bro. All the eaters.
Also, if you scroll down and you see his picture, that picture looks like he's in a hospital bed for some reason.
Selling it in jars.
You reckon?
There you go. Boom. That's another hustle. He can sell it in jars on his OnlyFans.
And exactly, he creates an AI OnlyFans page. There you go.
I'm not even gonna lie. His face just screams America to me. I'm sorry. It just does. But why did he get fired? Surely he can sue someone for this.
I'm sure he can.
Why would you get fired for farting? It's not like
because his response to getting fired was, I never showed any logos or anything.
That's actually also true. So he could be fighting anywhere. He could be fighting in the comfort of his own home, dressed in a uniform, as you know.
Exactly.
That's how he likes to roll.
Yeah.
So what happened? Did he get his job back? Did he sue them? What happened?
I don't know what happened afterwards because it doesn't really say. But his firing clip got viewed.
In my head, when you say firing clip, I assume he bent over with his legs up in a lighter.
He was.
That's what you're talking about. A dude fighting at work and getting fired. So I assume he just went and done a mini pants flamethrower, and that's like, this is it. We've drawn the line. You have to go. We've had enough of your shit.
Oh. So out of the 75 videos, how many times have we gambled and lost?
I mean, statistically speaking, 95%. Right? 1 in 20. So that's at least 3. Oh, that's too much. On that
note, we need to end.
I think we need to call it. Let's just call it. Call it. Oh, like, subscribe, comment, and all of that. Call it.